Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm in Natchitoches, Louisiana, just a short drive over from East Texas, here in Northwest Louisiana. I went to school here for college at Northwestern State University and just happened to be back here yesterday for an event at the college. And this morning is the annual Bloomin' on the Bricks Festival in Natchitoches, Louisiana. Just a way of welcoming in the spring season and celebrating all things beautiful, all of God's creations. And it is a wonderful, beautiful spring morning here. I just wanted to let you guys know about this as it's going on because, I'm so proud of the place that I went to college, but it really is a beautiful place, a great destination if you're ever looking for a one-tank trip, a weekend getaway. Wanted to show you just a little bit about Natchitoches, Louisiana, and some of the beautiful sights that you can see year-round. So I'm going to walk you through kind of the riverbank area. This behind me is the beautiful Cane River Lake, and I'm going to turn this around so you can get a nice view of the water. So at one time, this was part of the Red River, and in the 1800s it changed course and left behind a 33-mile-long oxbow lake. So it looks like a river, but it's dammed on either end. It goes just a few miles here to the north of town, and then it goes 30 or so miles down south into the Cane River National Heritage Area, into the Ile Brebel community, heading towards Alexandria to the south. But this is the Cane River Lake, and a beautiful downtown riverbank. Rue Beauport is the name of this street. So they've, in the last couple of years, have added these paddle boats so folks can go out and kayak or paddle boat here on these bicycle type devices. And there really isn't a current on the Cane River Lake, so it's just very still and glassy like this most of the time. Very beautiful. So here we are coming up here on Front Street. You see up the riverbank. I'll show you at street level in just a bit what Front Street looks like. But this is where the festival will be happening just a bit later. Look at how beautiful. All over the city. We're talking tens of thousands of tulips mostly have been planted, but right here you're looking at some other types of flowers. You've got daffodils planted here that are in bloom. I'll show you the tulips here in just a minute, and that's really what folks come to see each spring. A giant live oak tree. Walking down the sidewalk here toward the Rock House. Not R-O-C-K, rock, but rock as in a common Creole last name, R-O-Q-U-E. This is not the original location here of the Rock House. The Rock House actually came from farther downriver. It was built in the late 1700s, but this is considered one of the earliest examples still in existence of buceyage. So buceyage is a mixture of horsehair, Spanish moss, and mud, and that's exactly what this is here. So you can see you've got the wooden hand-hewn beams that make up the structure of the building, and then in between the filling is almost like an adobe. So it's again called buceyage, and that's the mixture of Spanish moss, animal hair, maybe deer or horse hair, and then mud. And so it's in the process of being restored right now. There was a flood not terribly long ago where the water here from the Cane River Lake came over the banks there and caused some damage here to the Rock House, but it was moved here in, I believe, the 1960s, just so folks could see this beautiful structure. So it's actually of an architecture style called poteau en terre, which means post in the earth or post in the ground. So the structural support of the building comes from the overhang of the roof here, and you can see where these posts are actually into the ground. So that's where you get the name poteau en terre. We'll go around the backside of the Rock House. And we're entering Beau Jardin, a beautiful park, beautiful live oak tree. So this has kind of become an event venue, so to speak, for weddings and gatherings. A nice stage here. So water from Cane River Lake is pumped up to the top of the riverbank, and we have a waterfall here. And so the water is constantly circulating from Cane River Lake to the waterfall. So some beautiful flowers here. The vibrant color. And all across Natchitoches, you'll see these beautiful tulips. Look at the white ones. We'll go up the waterfall to street level, so we're going to go up the riverbank. So again, if you're watching this morning, all my friends in East Texas, Natchitoches is just about a 2-hour, 20-minute drive from the I-20 area, about 2 hours from deep East Texas, and it's located along Interstate 49 here in Northwest Louisiana. So we're coming out of Beau Jardin to more beautiful tulips at street level. All of the light posts have their hanging baskets, very iconic here in Natchitoches. And the circle here at Washington Street in front. The beautiful bushes. Beautiful purple tulips. So we're now looking south on Front Street. We're going to walk back across here to the sidewalk. Beautiful pansies as well. The statue of the founder of Natchitoches, Louis Juchereau de Saint-Denis. He was an explorer that came to this part of the country in the early 1700s. Natchitoches was established as a city in 1714, a long time ago. The oldest permanent settlement in the Louisiana Purchase territory. Hey, good morning, Catherine. Thank you for checking in and saying hi. So, the offices for the Natchitoches Main Street office at one time was an art gallery for a noted artist here in Natchitoches, Mary Belle de Vargas. Shops and condos. We're going to continue here walking along Front Street and get another view of the riverbank from above. So they've put up some barricades here for the Bloomin' on the Bricks Festival, which will kick off here in just a bit. So if you ever do come to town and you need some great tourist information, you can come here to the Natchitoches Welcome Center. Stop in and say hello to my good friend Arlene Gould, the executive director of the Natchitoches Convention and Visitors Bureau. This is Cafe Frederick. It's the oldest general store in the state of Louisiana. It's been in continuous operation since the 1860s, since 1863. But there's a little bit of everything that you'll find in here. So from your little red wagons to cookware, cast iron skillets, but it is still a general store. It's still a working hardware store, so anything and everything that you could ever need. This is one of my favorite parts about Natchitoches too, is all of the old historic elements here. So this would have had a hoop, a metal hoop in it, and you could tie a horse right here onto this post. We're going to cross the street here in just a moment. So here in the springtime, tens of thousands of tulips all around Natchitoches. Beautiful colors. Excuse me. This is Hana, a Japanese restaurant, and upstairs is the Duquesnoy Townhouse. Beautiful wrought iron built into the architecture of these old townhomes dating back to the 1800s. Some more of the riverbank. You can see off in the distance there a boat. It's quietly going by, great for fishing. And look here, a family of ducks. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on this. I might not be able to, but yes, there we go. Look at the ducks on their way for a little walk this morning. So many different shops and restaurants here along historic Front Street. Now the magnolia trees are not in bloom, but I recognize those broad leaves anywhere. It's a quiet, beautiful morning here as well. Temperatures have got to be in the 60s right now. The new fleur-de-lis stage being prepared for what looks like a concert later today. So many stores and little places to pop in and discover. Ooh, these are beautiful tulips. Look at the colors. So again, here's a historical map of Natchitoches. You can see here is where we are in the downtown area along the Cane River Lake. This is where we are here. You can see how the river lake goes all the way down, and here's the historic district. Originally a French settlement, again 1714 is the year Natchitoches was established. This is a great new addition to the downtown area for concerts and venues. Folks can sit here along these big steps, and then you've got a great view of the stage where bands often play. The Jazz and R&B Festival is coming up here in a few weeks. Mama's Oyster House and Blues Room, Papa's Bar and Grill. There are some azaleas starting to bloom, trying to at least. All right, and now we're getting to the corner of Church Street and Front Street. These bricks, the brick streets, the bricks here are over 100 years old. The Calico ladies actually laid on the streets to stop the bulldozers from tearing them up many, many years ago. We're going to cross and walk through really quickly. We'll wait on the light here. This is the old Natchitoches Hotel. It was a hotel for many, many years here in the downtown area, and it was renovated in the early 2000s and reopened as condominiums on the top 2 floors and retail space here on the bottom. All kinds of arts and crafts. More beautiful tulips. So they've closed off part of Front Street this morning to allow for the setup here of all types of arts available to purchase, creations to explore, and of course plenty of food. Plants for sale. Ooh, whoopie pies for sale. Good morning. Honey from Natchitoches plants. Look at that. So you can take home some of the springtime beauty.
Come on back, ask a question.
And now we're at the south end of the riverbank. Can't get over how beautiful these tulips are. And then some tulip trees. Look at that. So we're gonna go down the steps here and back down to the riverbank. Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. Really a beautiful city, the bed and breakfast capital of Louisiana. Old historic homes all throughout the city you'll be able to stay in. Of course, there are hotels all throughout the city as well. We're gonna go back up the stairs. So I think street level is a much prettier view. You've got the Church Street Bridge here. So there's a major festival every of the year here in Natchitoches. Something going on year-round, but perhaps best known for its Christmas festival. One of the premier Christmas events in North America, and that's several notable publications giving Natchitoches that title. Puts it on par with the Christmas celebrations in Rockefeller Center and so many other notable Christmas time celebrations. But all throughout the month of November and December, Natchitoches puts on quite the show. The streets here are all covered in Christmas lights and fireworks every Saturday from the weekend before Thanksgiving through New Year's. So it really is something to see if you've never been to Natchitoches before. I'm gonna let you see street level again. Rounding the corner here, I'm gonna take you to one last really beautiful spot to see before we wind things down here. But anyway, was here yesterday for a big day on campus at my alma mater at Northwestern State University. Our alumni association met, and 5 new individuals were inducted into the school's Hall of Honor, the Long Purple Line. And there was a celebration for that. And then yesterday evening was the Flavor of Louisiana, a big culinary celebration of all things Louisiana food, Cajun cuisine, a big fundraiser for the university for scholarships for students. And of course I had to take part in that. But this morning wanted to really just show you the beautiful views here in downtown Natchitoches, because wherever you are, wherever you live, it is a beautiful morning here in Northwest Louisiana. Walking now towards 2nd Street. This is the Basilica of the Immaculate Conception and the old courthouse. Two beautiful structures. But all throughout the city there are tulips and flowers to take in and enjoy, take photos of. Another cool carriage with beautiful, I'm telling you, these are just gorgeous tulips. We're now at the corner of 2nd and Church Street and looking down north again to the district. Hope you're having a fantastic morning wherever you are, and glad that I got to spend a few minutes with you here and sharing a place that has played such a special role in my life, where I spent 4 years here at college in Natchitoches, Louisiana. But again, a short drive over from East Texas if you're ever looking for a beautiful weekend getaway or a week-long trip. So much history here in Natchitoches, Louisiana. So I hope you get to come and experience some of the good food, the great people, the great music, and the beautiful sights. A really neat place year-round. Have a great Saturday, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday on GMET.